In the very, very beginning of the movie, the way they showed the camera on the gorillas is their eyes were wide open. Fire, to the flame of fire. This is Revelation 1:14.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And then it went to the symbol, this symbol. That alone said so much that he's watching. This is what he's seeing.
Okay.
This is his story.
What was the significance that they would put their hands over their head?
So remember what the Rock Nation, Jay-Z, what they do, what was their symbol?
Here.
So they were doing the same thing. That Jay-Z and the Rock, they're showing you the same eye.
Okay.
That diamond, the diamond. Remember, the diamond is the pineal gland on all over Charleston, the gates.
Gotcha.
Jay-Z is only, he honors Lucifer, Baphomet, Moloch. But Baphomet is his most high, In the movie, they were claiming to give honor to the true Most High because this is the 12 tribes of Israel. They're talking about the clans. They talk about the tribes. It was the three in the very beginning. At the very beginning, climbing the tree. And they're always climbing high. So then he saw another eagle. Much higher though, it was dangerous.
Right.
And they said, don't do it. But in his heart, he had to have it. The gorillas represented the black race. It represented the Israelites as the real Jews, told in hidden symbolism. And then the white race is represented through echo when they say the humans, and they only showed white people. Now, but they would always try to throw you off. So you can never say what we're saying. They'll always throw you off and say, well, no, there's a black person here. Or with the gorillas, this was Caesar and he represented. So they always make sure that there's room for confusion. You're too dumb to realize what we're doing. So the eagle is significant to the Americas. Okay. When you look at the eclipse, so you saw that over the United States of America and that cross on this country. That's right. Not the other one. Right. Never do you see them in Africa. Am I right?
That's right.
Where the hanging trees are. Where the gopherwood tree is.
Just understanding the symbolism that this is America. So right as it came on, where they lived in those high, it looked like a tree, but it was a structure, an iron structure that grass and moss had grown over. Revelation 18:21, and the mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence, that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be no more at all. What was significance of the bird and the connection with the Native Americans and the birds?
Isaiah chapter 6.
In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Master sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. Above it stood the seraphims. Each one had 6 wings. With 2 he covered his face, and with 2 he covered his feet, and with 2 he did fly.
The Aztecs, the Olmecs, the Mayans, the birds are always there. Even when you look at the Mardi Gras, when you look at these Native American Indians, everyone is dressed in feathers. Right. It's always about the birds. Whenever you look at the pyramids, and remember, the Americas has far more pyramids than Africa. Horus and Osiris, and these are their ways of giving their religious representation to their ways of believing, but there's always a man mixed with, they're a bird. It's either Horus, the falcon, or the hawk. In the Gullah Geechee culture, it's all about the birds. Dr. Buzzard is a root doctor who saved my life. Dr. Buzzard. So, and with natural healing medicinal from the root, from the earth, everything is natural. If you're having an amazing conversation and something blows your mind and you see a big bird, that gives confirmation. You're going into prayer and you see a very large bird flying away. So we see that as them taking your prayers to the heavens to talk to the Most High and represent you. That just as you saw in the movie, we always had birds, we had wolves, we had the wild animals were our pets. Alligators were our pets. Dolphins were our pets. Facts now.
Okay.
If you look any of this up, you're going to find it is the truth. There were 3 eggs. There were 3 people. You must leave 1 egg, at least 1 egg, for the family. You don't take everything.
That was the law.
That was the what?
That was the law.
And when he said that's the law, he said,
that is the law.
So he had a more difficult task. He climbed the highest. So this is,
true.
he was chosen. So now, and he earned it.
Very good.
The elders say, so you climbed that tree? He said, tough climb, huh?
But he had to give him a little tough climb.
That's right. You saw that, right? And you see what they do. You see what they do?
Who else do this? Tough climb. Did you notice the symbolism of the misunderstanding of the law? All of them had a misunderstanding of it. Very similar to us. We think we have it
Right.
because they were actually following the law that they had.
Right.
And I'm sure we're going to get to that a little bit, but that wasn't the law. But one of the things that they did is they all wore their blue. All of the women, they had the blue drapery, blue on their face. There was always blue representing the law. The one who had the blue face, his name was Huda.
Right. Yeah. And Ananiah.
Ananiah.
Noah.
Noah. That's it. But Ananiah is favor of Yahuwah. Noah is rest of Yahuwah. Eagle's son was who his father had to go get, and he may have even preceded Noah because they had that. It was almost like a sibling rivalry. And we got these 2 rival groups that are coming against each other. And all of the last 3, the new trilogy that they created, there were actually 2 distinct types of chimps. There was regular chimps and the Babano chimps. Those were the funny looking ones. They were different. So now they were similar but not the same. And Chief, I might be reaching here, but I see the Israelites represented. I see the Japhites represented. And I'm wondering if that other group wasn't the Hamites. They are like them, but they are a distinct group. They're not the same chimp.
There you go. That's right.
There was something that you had brought out a couple weeks ago. And we go to Isaiah chapter 1, verse 2. The ox
knows his owner. The ass is master's crib.
Now, when they had the feud, and they said, well, he can't be too far because this is his horse. So they shot the horse in order to follow him because the horse, wherever he is, he knows how to get back to his clan. So they just shot the horse and followed the horse back.
So it showed Noah's father, the king, with the crown, with the power. And it showed Noah hanging on that rope above the fire. And Silver came and looked at him and cut the rope, and he fell into the fire. And he fell on his head. And he fell from very high up, his father ruling. He fell all the way down and crashed through the flames of fire. So this is Jack fell down and broke his crown.